Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR. And specifically, I do want to address one area of focus in this video, and it is a big opportunity, and we are going to jump into it. And it's the metaverse, right? So this is an old report. I've read over this report many, many times just because of not only the value tied to it, but I do believe that it is the next frontier around a huge area of corporations to connect to the retail individual. And we do see value creation in the metaverse, and this is from McKinsey and Company, and they're talking about with its potential to generate up to $5 trillion in value by 2030. The metaverse is too big for companies to ignore. Now, I will say, so far, the metaverse has failed because I think that this is an area where most people are just ignoring it now because corporations like Facebook jumped into it and failed drastically. And I think this is mainly because a lot of people don't want to support companies like Facebook when the metaverse was not supposed to be created around, hey, let's have, a microtransaction every 5 steps of the way. The metaverse was going to be something much larger than that. But I do think that the metaverse itself could be very, very successful when names like Hedera are jumping into it. And the reason why, well, you got to stay tuned for that. So let's just dive into a little bit around this. So one, we do see here, this is from Epic Games, the vice president around Epic Games. If you guys don't know who Epic Games is, I highly suggest you look into them. I know them from when I was younger. I played a lot of their games growing up, but we do see if we want a creator economy, if we want our kids to have jobs that we could ever dream of ourselves or could not ever dream of ourselves, how do we think about those platforms as citizens, companies, and regulators? And then over here as well from CEO Square Enix, we're trying not to define the metaverse so rigidly that it limits the imagination of creators. Also, I think about the metaverse as a continuation of where tech was headed prior to COVID. We have Instagram, we have email, we have messaging, and then there's our real life friends. The real life activity that we're participating in, sometimes there's an intersection between those two. Then over here as well, consumer behavior has largely shifted towards adopting digital personas, yet many brands have yet to provide a solution. And then also last but not least, there are hundreds of millions of people connecting to these environments every day. There are many of the most storied companies on earth building a presence, and we have, commerce in the tens and soon to be hundreds of billions of dollars. So yeah, I do think that this is a huge area of opportunity. I think that there's going to be many big updates around the metaverse going forward on in time. I think that right now most people are, like I said, ignoring it just because of the failed companies that were trying to jump into it. But I do think that this is also in par with the bear market. I think that as we kind of get away from the bear market, we kind of get back into like a stability point and possibly even going into like a big run up. I think that the metaverse will also be a big focus. And we do see down here 95% of business leaders expect a positive impact on their industry within the next 5 to 10 years. And I do think that it definitely is going to be something interesting to watch kind of morph into reality before our eyes. And we do see down here the metaverse will significantly impact our commercial and personal lives. $120 billion plus in investment has flowed into the metaverse so far in 2022. Pretty rough, right? Because again, the metaverse in 2022 was basically a thing that, it was hyped up. Very similar to like Web3, which by the way, these are two areas of focus on this channel. I think that they're great areas. I think that right now, what we did see back in 2021 and 2022 was a huge hype train on it. But we know that these two are still continuously expanding. There's a lot of building happening. And I do think that they're going to be very, very exciting areas, and I think that they're going to be very, very special going forward on, and I think that they will be successful. 79% of consumers active on the metaverse have made a purchase, and also greater than 15% of corporate revenue is expected to come from the metaverse within the next 5 years, according to 25% of senior executives. So, again, this is only going to continue to be adopted in, and I do think that we will see a large amount of volume from the creation side of things through crypto companies like Hedera, empowering the metaverse and allowing it to be realized in. And I mean the real metaverse, not corporate greed metaverse like what Facebook was focused on. But also, even City. right? Citigroup, they were talking about how the metaverse could be much larger. In fact, they were talking about how the total addressable market of it could be up to 8 to 13 trillion dollars by 2030. I mean, hey, we take the median here and it's like around like roughly 7 trillion dollars. Hey, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. That's just one industry alone. That's just the metaverse alone. Think about how large this entire market could be. And we do see the researchers applied a 3.5% annual global GDP growth rate provided by the IMF to the current global GDP value, estimating the broader economy to be around $130 trillion by 2030. Several studies from the consultancy group Oxford Economics and the World Bank have determined the digital economy represents about 20 to 25% of the broader economy by 2030. So they are projecting this market to continue to expand rapidly, grow rapidly as well. And yeah, I do think that the metaverse could definitely boast a very large amount. And they do say that we could estimate a $1 to $2 trillion metaverse market cap by 2030. Remember, the value of it, the market size of it, is not the market cap of it. That is the market size. Market size is 8 to 13 trillion dollars. Market cap 1 to 2 trillion. This could significantly be higher. We don't know. We seriously don't know where it could be, but I do believe that the evolution of adoption for crypto, the Web3 economy, and also the metaverse, I think that this is going to continue to be heightened. I think that by the next run up within this market, we're going to see a very large amount of individuals jumping into crypto and investing into crypto. And I think that some of the bigger ones, the flashiness ones, like the metaverse, Web3, NFTs, stuff like that, that's going to be the focus point. So I'm very excited for this. And why am I very excited for this around Hedera? Well, let's dive into this. So recently, we just seen a huge announcement with Starburst and also the Metaverse. Now, full transparency, we've been following the Metaverse for a while. In fact, we're going to talk about why. But they announced the upcoming launch of the Juicyverse. Gotta love the name, right? In collaboration with Mars Global and also Bamboo Meta, where fans can create and share digital art in the metaverse built on Hedera. Now, this is all within a very significant area. One, watch the video. It's about 34 seconds long, and then we will go in depth onto this. So this is launching in April of this year, so next month. But the very interesting thing about this is that this is going to be built within the mall. You guys are probably like, what the hell is that, right? Well, the mall, the world's largest virtual mall, and Bamboo Meta, a Web3 loyalty platform, team up with Mars to launch the Starburst Juicyverse at SXSW 2023. Very cool to see. I personally am very excited about this. And when you see beginning April 16th, 2023, fans can experience the Starburst Juicyverse and build their own digital art at the mall. And here are some screenshots of this. Very, very cool. Love to see it. Again, this is why I say that the metaverse has not slowed down. And we do see that this will be available in the mall on floor 2 starting April 16th. Fans can explore the virtual world, build their own 3D sculptures, and enter to win them as minted NFTs on Hedera and access real world benefits and rewards through Bamboo Meta. Web3 Loyalty Limited Edition NFT t shirts are also available to fans to wear on their avatars. So, yeah, this is awesome. I think that this is great. And again, this is just the start of what's to come. I think that a lot more corporations, companies, etc., are going to be doing this. It's only a matter of time, really. It really is only a matter of time. And remember that Mars, as a company, they have ties to all of these major brands, which I'm sure that a lot of you are probably all aware of. Some of these from maybe a kid or maybe even today. But they are a huge company. They have over $35 billion in sales. They're in over 80 countries as well. They have also 115,000 associates as well. So very, very large company. Love to see it. And of course, like Hedera's empowering this. So big game changer. Now, also, for those out there that don't know what the mall is, well, let's dive into it. So first off, here are some screenshots from the mall. Now, again, these are levels. And you can see the corporations, the companies in the back. Like, for example, this one has Harley Davidson in the back. And again, here's like a little bit of an insight on a few other ones, screenshot wise. There's Harley Davidson, a little bit more of an insight on that. And then last but not least, one last screenshot. Now, over here we have the mall, the number one brand and entertainment destination in the metaverse. And we do see Juicy versus the one in the background right now. And here's that announcement. But here we have the mall is the future of interactive social shopping. With over 100 floors, the virtual tower is 100 million square feet of retail and entertainment space. The mall aims to be the number one destination in the metaverse. So this is going to be huge. And we do see powered by Metaverse Engine, build your own store, sell your own products, custom branded experiences, released to 7 billion devices, deploy in weeks. And I do think that this is a very solid project. We've been listening in on a few things around this. We've been watching as well as this kind of expands. I've been focused on this for a while because I do think that this is going to be huge. I think that this is going to be a big game changer. And I do think that this is going to empower a lot of these big corporations and companies. I think that this announcement recently with Starburst is a big one. I think that this kind of gives us confidence that, hey, Hedera is going to become the next leader around the metaverse scene. And remember, a lot of metaverse tokens, like Decentraland, for example, was one of our bigger plays during 2021 as well. And Decentraland ended up going well beyond my targets. It went to $5 plus, and we were in it at around like, I think it was like 10 to 15 cents, maybe even 20 cents. So it went well beyond our, targets, and I personally love to see it, but that's just how strong these narratives are played behind the metaverse. So Hedera becoming a leader behind the metaverse is extremely bullish. And this is only going to continue to expand. Like, listen, Hedera already has a metaverse fund within the HBAR Foundation where they are empowering so many large metaverse projects. And as you guys do see them all here, very excited for it. And recently, we've seen a few updates as well. For example, we're excited to announce the launch of Afrofuture AI's $1 million African or Africa Metaverse Fund, enabling Africa's creative industry to enter Web3. The fund's first project, Derived, is now live on the Hedera mainnet with a curation of high-profile artists leveraging HBAR NFTs. So this is awesome. Love to see it. And like I said, this is all through the Hedera Metaverse Fund. Love to see it. And also over here, Earthlings. Remember, Earthlings has still yet to become a big game changer around the space. They have yet to fully launch their game, but I'm very excited for this because one, graphics look solid. But these are projects that are building out metaverse games, and there's a large amount of land here. There's actually a marketplace for this. I think that this might be. So you could see all of the things that they have to offer here in terms of like the newest. We do see like metal detector, steam train. There's so much more here, like plots of land as well, which you could see all of this. I don't know if so. Yeah, I don't think that this is fully live just yet. I haven't been keeping up with Earthlings, but I remember when they first launched, I was very excited about it. But this is one that we have been looking at here and there because I do think that this is going to be a very large project. If you actually look at the map, here's the map of the Earthlings land. So it's basically just like, typical Earth. And you can see everything around this, like North America, and this is all going to be filled in at some point in time with a lot more land and things like that. But I'm very excited for these projects. I think that this is great to see, and also you could see, why they chose Hedera over here, just because it's a solid base infrastructure for these projects to build on because of, its efficiencies, speed, cost, all that, which I mean, like, I don't even need to go in depth on that. You guys are probably all aware about it, but here are all of the key ones on why they chose Hedera. And this is also going to be why we do see a lot more companies, projects, etc., choosing Hedera. It's because of the speed, the fees, technology, all of that, which, hey, we all come to love because of how large of an opportunity it actually is. But also, last but not least, there's other projects that are smaller in size that are building out metaverses like Pengu Pals, which we've talked a little bit about. This is a project that actually gets overlooked quite a bit. They already have a full game launched on Hedera, and here is the metaverse that they have designed. very cool to see. Very love this. Like I love to see things like this. Like this is what we want to see. These smaller projects that continue to expand rapidly. Like Pengu Pals is one that I've been watching for a while. I know that they've reached out to me multiple times, but again, a lot of these projects, I think that they're just solid. I think that they look incredible. I think that like the designs around them, the artwork, like everything. I love to see it. Like look at the artwork around this. Love to see it. It's like low poly, very cool. Very cool. And I think that this is just the beginning. Like, there's going to be so many other projects like this built out on Hedera, and I do think that Hedera will empower the metaverse economy and the Web3 economy. I've talked about this many times on this channel, but I am very excited for them all. I think that this is going to be one that is a huge game changer, and I'm very excited about it. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As is up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.